You're holding your baby. They're calm, relaxed, maybe even asleep. And then, the moment you put them down, they cry. Instantly. It feels like something is wrong, like you did something wrong. But here's the truth most parents don't know. Your baby isn't crying to make things harder. They're reacting to something real, something biological. In your arms, they feel your warmth, your heartbeat, your movement, your smell. To them, that means safety. But when you put them down, all of that disappears, suddenly. And for a baby, that feels like danger. Not logically, but instinctively. Because their brain is still developing. They don't understand you're still there. They don't understand you'll come back. To them, out of sight feels like gone. So when you put them down, they're not rejecting the crib. They're reacting to separation. And there's something else most people miss. Your baby spent months in the womb, warm, tight, always moving, always connected. Now compare that to a flat, still crib. It's a completely different world. So when you put them down, their body notices immediately, and it triggers a response. Something isn't right. That's why even if they were deeply asleep in your arms, they can wake up the second they touch the crib. But here's what you can do. First, slow the transition. Don't move too fast. Lower them gently. Keep your hands on them for a few seconds. Let them adjust. Second, add familiarity. A consistent sleep space. A soft voice. A calming routine. These signals tell their brain you're safe.
Third, watch the timing. An overtired baby wakes up more easily. Look for early sleep cues, not late ones. And finally, consistency. Your baby learns through patterns. The more predictable your response, the safer it feels. And over time, that reaction starts to fade. Not overnight, but gradually. Because your baby is learning something new. That being put down doesn't mean being alone. So next time they cry, don't think they don't like the crib. Think they're learning to feel safe without me holding them. And that's not a problem. That's development. And once you understand that, everything changes.
And here's what most parents don't realize. This phase doesn't last forever. Right now, it feels exhausting. The constant holding, the repeated wake-ups, putting them down, then picking them up again. It feels like a loop. But your baby is changing faster than you think. Their brain is developing. Their nervous system is maturing. They're learning to feel safe, even without being in your arms. And one day, without you noticing when, something shifts. They stay asleep longer. They wake up less. They react differently. And eventually, they settle. Not because you forced it, but because they learned it. And that learning is happening right now. Every time you respond calmly, every time you stay gentle, every time you show up, you're teaching them. I'm safe. I'm not alone. Someone comes when I need them. That's trust. And it's bigger than sleep. Because your baby isn't just learning sleep. They're learning how the world works. Is it safe? Is it predictable? Can I relax? And the answer comes from you. So when you're tired, when it feels repetitive, when it feels like nothing is changing, remember this. Something is changing. You just can't see it yet. Because growth at this stage is quiet. It builds under the surface. Until one day, things feel easier. Not perfect, but easier. And here's the truth. You're not spoiling your baby by responding. You're building security.
And secure babies become confident children because they don't wonder if someone will come. They know. So this isn't about stopping the crying instantly. It's about making your baby feel safe enough that they don't need to. And that takes time, but it works. So tonight, when you pick them up again, don't think, why is this happening? Think, this is part of the process. Because it is. And every calm response is shaping how your baby feels about sleep, about being alone, about the world. And that matters more than a perfect night ever will. And here's what most people don't realize. Your baby isn't just reacting. They're building memory. Not logical memory, emotional memory. The kind that shapes how they feel before they understand why. So every time they wake, every time they cry, and you respond calmly, their brain records it. Not as a thought, as a feeling. I'm okay. And that feeling builds. Over time, they check less, cry less, settle faster. Why? Because deep down, they already know. You're there. And that's when sleep starts to change. Quietly. More space between wake-ups, more calm, more rest. Not from forcing sleep, from building security. So if tonight feels hard, if you're exhausted, frustrated, running on empty, remember this. You're not doing it wrong. You're doing something important, something bigger than sleep. Because one day, they won't need to be held to fall asleep. They won't cry the same way. They won't wake like this. And you won't even notice when it stopped. But it will. And when it does, you'll realize those nights weren't just exhausting. They were building something strong. They were building something strong, something lasting. So, no, this isn't just about getting through the night. It's about what your baby learns during it. And that changes everything. Comment below and let me know, what's the hardest part of your baby's sleep right now? And if you found this useful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.